And this is my partner, Cacturne. Cacturne.
And I started running to it. I stopped at the rock and turned around. It was there. Kip jumped down from my vest and started to say her name in a low voice. More of them. I was so tired, and I felt as though I couldn't move. I backed against the rock, and my legs gave way. Quickly taking out my Pokédex, I scanned one of their faces. Cacturne, the Scarecrow Pokemon. If a traveler is going through a desert in the thick of night, Cacturne will follow in a ragtag group. The Pokemon are biding their time, waiting for the traveler to tire and become incapable of moving. I froze in place for a few moments. Fear gripped my soul as I started to shiver. I glanced at Kip and she was shaking too. She was still growling, but backing up as the Cacturne advanced. I took out my other Pokeball and called out Alpha, my Poochyena. I looked up to see the strange Pokemon's faces, and then noticed the horrid grin that signified that something tonight was gonna die. From what I could see, there were about 8 of them. Of course, I knew that my Pokemon wouldn't stand a chance. Alpha, use Fire Fang. Kip, use Whirlpool. They did as they were told, but that damaged them severely, and something told me they knew that. My Poochyena used Fire Fang on the nearest Cacturne. The green monster winced in pain and glared hungrily at Alpha. Kip used Whirlpool, and some of the Cacturnes shot back a few feet away. My Pokemon were hitting them with every move they could, but it just wasn't enough. Thorns were hurled everywhere, as most of them used spikes and needle arm. They dug into my team's flesh, and mine as well. The sandstorm, it got worse. My team was visibly in pain, and Alpha fell to the ground, being battered by the sand. One of the Cacturne whacked his arm on my Poochyena, and Alpha stuck to him. The yelp Alpha made out was agonizing and slow. With all the strength I could muster, I got up and struggled to run after him. I screamed at the monsters, tears pouring down my face, as Kip was holding her own. I saw the Cacturne slowly shift away with Alpha, dead on one of its arms. Another Cacturne stepped in front of me, and I backed up immediately. Kip was next. Over and over, the Cacturne used Absorb and Leech Seed. Kip was right by my side now, struggling to stay standing. She used one last Whirlpool before crashing into the dust. I hugged Kip tightly. I would never let her die. The Cacturne circled around me. I couldn't feel my legs, arms, or my thoughts. They used Poison Sting relentlessly. I could feel myself growing numb and sick to my stomach. The poison was coursing through my body, and I couldn't fight it anymore. I had to let go. So I did. I woke up in the Pokemon Center in the next couple of days.